Good morning. Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday. I know it takes a few minutes for everyone to find the feed, so I'll give it a couple minutes. I'm just setting up my second camera so you can see the table. How's everybody doing? Let's see. I'm trying to get my second camera set up. Real life, real drama with Jen. Okay. So I'll try to not let the feedback come in while people are joining. I'm sorry I missed last week. I wasn't able to join in last week because I think things were just too crazy at work. So if you're someone who works full time like I do, tell me in the comments and tell me how you make time to keep the stamping mojo going. Because I actually love my full-time job, but I love making time to create and craft as well. So that's where you guys come in. I think it wouldn't be as fun if I didn't have you all to share it with. So thank you so much for being part of my community there. Okay, I'm just getting this camera ready. Stampin' for fun. Okay. Hopefully. Is there an echo? Gosh. Okay. We've got a lot of action here. Let me move this out of the way. Oh, hi, Alice. Is it sunny outside? It's not sunny where I am. Okay, so let's dive into the news and then we'll do some stamping. I think no echo. Okay, I was a little nervous there because I sort of hear a bit of an echo from my side, but as long as it's not bothering you on your side, then we're okay. Happy Tuesday. My name's Genevieve, and I am a very happy independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Markham, Ontario, Canada. I love kind of creating. I didn't always used to, but the Stampin' Up! Community just made it so welcoming and so easy for me. And so I've been a demonstrator for over 17 years and had a great time along the way. Learned a billion things too. So I am very grateful and thankful for the Stampin' Up! Experience because I think I've grown as a person. I've learned so many things. Doing a live video is not something I ever would have done in my life before. I probably wouldn't even have known what that is. Anyway, you guys will know I still have technology challenges and all that stuff, but I'm glad to get on here with you. So I'm very down to earth. If you don't know me, there's no fancy show going on here, but what it is just me connecting with you and sharing what I've been creating. So who's up for that? Let me know how your weekend was. If you can see behind me, there is a ton of pre-cut paper because on Saturday, our church is having their Christmas fun fair. And so if you live anywhere near the Markham area, come by and visit. It's from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. in our church is Cornerstone Christian Community Church at Donald Cousins and 9th Line. And the church gets super full that day when everybody comes from the community. There's going to be 30 vendors. There's going to be like food. There's going to be activities for the kids. I am actually doing a instructional craft. So I have a room upstairs where I'm doing an instructional craft. And so any adult, I think kids can come, but they have to be with the grown-ups, so it's not chaos. But they asked me to prepare for 400. And so I was excited to do that. I'm excited to be sponsoring that room, so or that craft. So we cut 400, more than 400 pieces because the craft itself has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 pieces to the craft. So 5 times 400 is how many pieces of cardstock I cut last night with some friends from church. So that's the action happening behind. What else happened? I know, I know. And like normally our church fun fair gets way more than 400. They're just thinking maybe not everybody will come to the instructional craft room, right? So that's what I'm busy doing. Tell me what you're doing to get ready for Christmas and to get ready for the holidays. You guys might be laughing because if you've been hanging around with me for a bit, I really talked about last spring how I was going to like revamp things and try to like make it more manageable for me because I work full time and I didn't want to like, I just needed to have space in my life. And so I have made some changes. Some of you might think it's not that much changes, but even just the freedom to tell you guys, I'm sorry, I have a meeting at work. I won't be going live. And you guys are so gracious and understanding. You guys, so even that makes a big difference. The fact that I kind of fly by the seat of my pants on Tuesday, I have a project to show you, but it's not necessarily themed to previous months or whatever. You guys are just with me, and I love that because I just didn't want to lose the fun of enjoying and crafting. So my plan is to take a little bit of time in December off. So I may not have as many videos going live in December, but don't worry. I've been preparing for being off in December. I have already made up my class schedule for 2025. You can go check it out at my linktree/stampin for fun and go check out what is coming up. I've got things in there from January all the way to June. There'll probably be some other things I'm adding in there, but it depends how the schedule goes. So it is time to register because we don't want to get into the busyness of the holidays and then forget to register, not plan, and then you miss out on the fun. And then you've got a bad case of the winter blues. Okay. I always stamp through January, February, because those are like the worst months. We need our crafty inspiration. We need our crafty community. So make sure to register. Lots of fun things in there. Lunch, laugh, and craft. I am starting a new thing because I want to make sure that I'm scrapbooking and keeping my memories, and Stampin' Up! Now offers a scrapbooking workshop line. So anybody who purchases that will be able to join in to meet me in person or on Zoom, where we will work on our scrapbooking projects together. So take a look at all the options. We've got Creating for Christ at the beginning of March. We've got the Ladies Retreat Day in April. So take a look, get excited, get your calendar out. I'm excited for that. Okay. What else can I tell you? Oh, that's wonderful. Happy birthday, Jennifer. So great. It's your birthday. Angel food cake. I haven't had that in a while. So happy birthday to you and enjoy your cake. Okay, so there's so many things I want to share with you. One is just a reminder that Paper Pumpkin is still alive and active, and I encourage everyone to check it out and enjoy it. What Paper Pumpkin is a all-inclusive crafting kit with everything inside, and you can actually become a subscriber. So it's a happy crafting kit delivered to your door each month, and the deadline to register for the December kit is coming up. It'll be December the 10th. So I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of what you can expect in your December box. And there are special perks for those of you who are Paper Pumpkin subscribers with me as your demonstrator. I think it's this one. So there's a little sneak peek. So if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber with me, that means that not only will you get your all-inclusive crafting kit delivered to your door, you will also get a technique tutorial from me with a special technique. So each month I show a special technique. I teach you how to do it, and it's exclusive for my subscribers. And as well, there is a monthly craft and chat. And so that's to help you kind of bash your stash and use up the supplies you have, but you're within community and we can craft together over Zoom. Okay, so if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber already, just make sure that you have a demonstrator linked to that subscription. If you do not, maybe your demonstrator is no longer active, or maybe you were a demonstrator and now you're not a demonstrator, make sure to call Stampin' Up at 1-800-STAMP-UP and ask to have me as your demonstrator, because then you'll get all these bonus perks. Now, if you are a demonstrator and you still want to get in on my special exclusive technique tutorial and my monthly craft and chat, the best way to do that is to become a surprise package subscriber. And so that way anybody can become a surprise package subscriber. But it's just, there's two ways to get into my special club where you get the technique tutorial and chance for prizes and monthly craft and chat. You're either a paper pumpkin subscriber with me or you're a surprise package subscriber with me. So surprise packet subscribers get just a little sampling of different consumables each month, and you can use those consumables to create our technique that I'll be showing you in the club, or you can play with it during our craft and chat time, or just enjoy it, touch it, cut it, play with it. So I know we have a little glitch this month because I couldn't mail out the subscribe packages this month because there's a Canada Post strike. But for those of you that are picking up your package or anything like that, just come and let me know. You can come and pick it up. I've got November's kit all ready. Okay, so that is a reminder about my club, and I'd love to have you all join. I have a big mess on my desk, so you guys will just have to work with me here. Let's see whether I can clean it up a bit, and then we are going to do a little bit of crafting. I don't know what's happening to my voice. I'm not sick, but maybe it's just so much excitement. Okay, if you didn't know, there's lots of stuff on the online store, much more that's in the than is in the catalog. So you always have to be checking my online store to see what's new and happening. You can go to my Linktree /Stampin' for Fun. Make sure to always make sure that my name is in the top left-hand corner, because that will help, because when you're shopping, then it will link to me as your demonstrator. So you just have to go here and you can put in my name, make sure it's there, and then there we go. Okay, now the reason why is because if you place an order $60 or more before the end of the month, and make sure to use the host code of the month, which I am going to share with you here. Oh, I didn't update it. Sorry, guys. Anyway, if you're on my newsletter list, you'll have the updated host code. I'll have to type it in later. But I wanted to show you on the online exclusive section. You can just go to online exclusives. And these are the things that are not seen in the catalog. So I know last week I showed you some of that beautiful marbled elegance suite. I just got the Otterly Adorable, so I'm going to show you that. And if I have time today, I want to do a little demonstration using the umbrella days. Okay, so that's what we've got up going for today. Let's get started. Oh, wait, let's bring this camera over here. Okay, there we go. Can you guys see this? Sorry, very messy here. Okay, let me. Okay, so anyway, here are some of the new online exclusive things, but let's do a continuation from a couple weeks ago where I shared some of the green and gold. But just let me show you these. These are some of the new things. These are the new hearts dies. Okay, but we're gonna do some playing today, hopefully, with these. Okay, so you can tell what I was doing on the weekend. Let's just move all these things so that I've got a little bit more room on my table. And let's make an elegant Christmas card today. Okay. Oh my gosh, so many things on my table. It's like out of control, people. Out of control. Okay, how's our too much shadow here? There we go. Take away some of that shadow. Oh, you ordered some goodies too, Alice? That's good. Okay. Let me break out the cardstock and the designer series paper that I want to use. This is Asai. This is the new Otter paper. I'll try to make sure to show you. It would have been really smart for Genevieve to get it all out ahead of time. That's probably asking too much. Okay. Well, let's see. Okay. Do you guys want to see the otter stuff first? Maybe? No. Here. Let's just get right to our crafting here. Okay, so if you guys remember 2 weeks ago, I talked about how I just came back from the ladies' retreat weekend. And let me see. And then we had made 4 different cards. So I thought it would be fun to share those cards with you. And so let's do another card. Okay, so I'm using the gorgeous green and gold, which you can't find in the catalog. It's Season of Green and Gold, but it is in the online exclusive section along with the other new goodies. And you'll see that this paper is double-sided. There's gold elements in it. So nice, right? So I think I'm going to go with this one today. Okay, I don't know if you can see there, but it's shiny. It's got gold dots. It's so gorgeous. Okay, I should have brought out some of the scrapbook pages I did with this paper as well. But I wouldn't want you to wait while I dig around in my albums back there. Okay, maybe that can be what I do when I take December off, is to clean up some things in my craft cave so I can find things a little faster. Okay, we'll move that aside. This is such gorgeous paper. How many of you have already bought that paper? Okay, we're also going to use some of the vellum, so I'm going to take that out. Okay, so there is coordinating vellum with the Season of Green and Gold. I think it's like a golden greenery here. Okay. Okay. And we'll also need the stamp set. But let's start with some old olive cardstock. If I have some here. Okay. So if you want to craft along with me, feel free, because I don't even have a paper trimmer in front of me. Okay. Even if you don't have exactly the same paper, you'll see that the sketch is very reproducible, kind of the layout. So my trimmer was off behind me because I was having every trimmer was in use yesterday when I had helpers come over to help me prepare the craft for church. I'm going to use an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock. I've cut it in half at 4 1/4, and this, cut it in half at 5 1/2 and scored at 4 1/4. This will make our card base. So I'm using old olive here, and then I'm going to cut some of the designer series paper at 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. So let's do that. Gosh. Okay. So let's see, is this 5 1/4? No, we'll cut it at 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. Can you guys see that okay? Okay. Okay, and that, before we stick that down, I'm going to grab some of our beautiful vanilla ribbon. It's satin. I don't know if you can see, but having the right accessories can make all the difference. So I'm just going to pop this across here. A pair of scissors. So how are you guys dealing with the, my plan is all foiled about sending out my Christmas cards with the Canada Post. I'll hand out some, that's for sure. I'll do some handouts. I might drive to places to drop some cards off. Okay. So I'm just wrapping this gorgeous vanilla ribbon behind. And then I will adhere this to the card base. Okay, so that's one of the easiest layers that you can put on your card base is the 4" by 5¼ inch. Okay. Okay, and then we'll take a bit of the old olive. And not exactly sure of the measurement, but let's give it a try. I'm going to cut it at 4½ by 3¼ Okay. That might be a little bigger than I had originally planned, but I think that's still good. Let's keep going. And then I'm going to take some of the Very Vanilla, so that will be matchy-matchy with the ribbon. And we will cut that just in 1/4 inch smaller. So it'll be 3 inches by 4¼ Okay, so all I'm doing is layering to create the central focal point. Okay, and then I'm going to take some of that gorgeous vellum, which, see, it has the old olive right into it, so it'll be really nice. It'll coordinate really nicely with our card. And then we'll go down another 1/4 inch, so that will be 2 3/4. 2 3/4 by 3 3¾ Do I have that right? Let's see. No, that is not right. Okay, hold on a minute. We got to go down 1/4 inch. So this is 3 by 4¼ Oh, so we want it at 4. Okay, so we'll do 4 inches by 2 3/4 That'll be perfect. Okay, so do you see how when we mat the vellum onto the Very Vanilla, it just even makes those elements pop even nicer? Okay. Okay, see how that's coming together so nicely now? Let's adhere those things. Okay. I literally had my adhesive here. Okay. Some of you are like, when is she going to get to the stamping part? I'm having too much fun playing with the paper part. But it always makes me happy when I get to use the gorgeous paper. Okay, some of you might be concerned about being able to see things through the vellum. It's not really a big deal, but since I am going to be kind of putting something in the middle, so I'm just going to put my adhesive in the middle, and then it will be hidden by my focal point there. Okay, and then I'm just going to use some dimensionals to add a little bit of pop. Okay, and just let me grab the stamp set and the dies that I wanted to use. I hope I can find them. Here it is. These are the dies. where the stamp set is. I'm sure it is here. Okay. I don't want to spend too much time looking for it because my craft room is so messy. These are, I believe the dies are here. The Greetings of the Season dies are a must-have because look at the way they can act as tags. Okay, so you see how it can be different tags. So I use them a lot at the retreat. So we're going to use this little oval one, but I can't find the coordinating stamp set. Usually they're elastic banded together, which means that I used it recently and didn't put it back. So there's one called Greetings of the Season, and then there's this like everyday greeting one, which also coordinates really nicely with these labels here. Okay, so I popped that. Let's close this so we don't lose any of the pieces. We'll have to find a stamp. It's going to bother me. Okay, so let's grab our Very Vanilla to keep everything coordinated. This vellum is so beautiful. Didn't want to miss it there. Okay, so let's run that through our cut and emboss machine. I'm just using the mini one here because it's right in front of me. And this die is small enough to fit on there. Isn't that a nice shape? All those dies in that set are a really nice shape for tags or elements on the front of a card. Oh dear. Okay. Go. I know what I forgot to do today. I forgot to share my video into my Facebook group. Oh well, we'll have to share it later. Okay. There we go. And then I'm not using it as a tag. I'm not going to put a little ribbon here, but what I am going to do, we'll see if we have some here. On the original card, I actually used, there are different elements that you could, if you wanted to, you could even cut them out. Let's see whether we can find it here. Look at how gorgeous that paper is. Sorry, little aside there. Okay, because there's this paper with the little bells. So I thought what we could do is cut out some of the bells with the little bow. So I'm just going to fussy cut it. So our paper snips are perfect for that because they have a really sharp blade, but at the same time, like a good tip. Now, when you're cutting, just make sure, what I find best is if you rotate the paper as opposed to constantly moving your scissors. I mean, it's kind of a combo of both, but it's really the paper that you're moving. I'll just try to, I'm not doing the best fussy, we call it fussy cutting when we're cutting out with our scissors. And I'm just going to get this bell, and then this will add kind of a nice embellishment to the card. But I'm very bummed out. I can't find my Greetings of the Season stamp set. I don't want to spend too long looking for it. So sorry, guys. But I know you know me. I know myself. If I felt like I had to prepare half an hour or 2 hours before I actually go live, I would never go live. So hopefully you guys are okay that we're just creating off the cuff here a little bit. And it's okay if I can't find that sentiment because you guys, but it would be nice to stamp on camera for you. So hang on. I'm just cutting this little bell portion. Tell me in the comments. Do you like fussy cutting or despise fussy cutting? Or somewhere in between? I've had some people say they love fussy cutting. They find it super relaxing. They just do it in front of the TV. There we go. So tell me in the comments, are you pro or con fussy cutting? Especially because we have dies. I know some people are like, we have dies to do things for us. I only use those. Okay. I'm trying to think where that stamp set would be. It's kind of bothering. I'll give one more look. One more look here, guys. One more look. Ah, found it. Okay, not lost. There we go. So see how these sayings coordinate really nicely with those dies. That's why it's nice to buy them together. And I'm going to use the Love and Joy here. What's this one? Or you could do For You. For You would be nice too. Maybe I'll do the For You. Okay. Right? Because you see how they're kind of the same shape. It'll fit really nicely on that oval. But this scripty font, it's hard to make sure it's straight on the block, but I think we're okay. And then we are going to use the pecan pie. So you see how there's a little bit of pecan pie in there? So we'll grab the pecan pie because everything has to be matchy-matchy. Look at beautiful. Okay, so we'll pop that on here. I'm going to use a little dimensional. We'll pop it up. It didn't take long to make this card. If you subtract the Genevieve looking for all her supplies. So tell me, I kind of want to show you something else. So I used to always take Wednesdays off. Like Wednesday was what I call a Sabbath day. It was a day of rest. It was a day to move slower and just take time to reflect. And anyway, it was always a very rejuvenating day for me. But then since I started working full time, I haven't been able to grab my Wednesdays. And I don't know why it took me so long. But a couple of weeks ago, I was like, that's it. And I decided Sunday was my day. So I still have some commitments on Sundays. But it's what a difference it makes when you've decided in your head already that you're not going to, that your focus isn't going to be on your to-do list. Because I don't know about you, I have like a million things on my to-do list always. And sometimes it's super tiring for the brain to always be thinking about the things on the to-do list. So it's nice to have one guarded day. Thank you, Cheryl. It's the vellum. It's this vellum and DSP, which really makes the card pop, I think. And it's nice to have it coordinate. So what happened to my bells that I just cut? Yes, I should have put them in a very safe place because now I can't find them. Do you see them, my friends? I literally just cut those bells. Are they on the ground? I don't want to cut them again. Ah, I'm so mad. I'm sure when I clean up my table, the bells will show up. Maybe I accidentally put it back in the packaging. Do you see the bells? Oh my goodness. Okay, anyway, I'll show you the final card. There we go. Actually, you can see how I have slightly different measurements on the on this card, but same idea. And of course, we can add some bling bling. There's some really nice bling bling that goes really nicely with this suite. Let me see if I can find it. Ta-da! What's it here? There's so many nice things. This one. It is the iridescent foil gems because I don't know if you can see there's like little gold flecks in it. So we can add a little bit of bling bling. Oh, poor bells. I took the time to cut you out and everything. Okay. There we go. Does that ever happen to you where you work on something and then you're all ready to attach it to your scrapbook page or card, and then, hello, where is it? Is it on the back of my thing? No. Sometimes I found them on the back of my stamp cases, or who knows. Okay. So that is, I keep looking for it. Okay, that is card number 1. I expect that this month, if you place a minimum $60 order in my online store, my gift to you will be the pre-cut pieces for these green and gold season cards. Okay, because I did one a couple weeks ago. I'm doing this one. I've got 2 more to show you, but we'll save those for another week. I wanted to show you what I have been playing with, which is the new online exclusive goodies. And I wanted to grab this one. I have a lot of stamps, but something about this one kind of spoke to me. I felt kind of sentimental when I saw it. I mean, the artwork is so whimsical, the line art, the font of the sayings. I don't know if you can see that there. Okay, I don't know. It made me happy to look at it. So because all of my story about the Sabbath rest day is to tell you I've decided Sunday is my day. And so I actually took time to come down and with no agenda, just stamp. And why this kind of spoke to me personally is because I just thought of my daughter. My daughter's always been super independent. And I guess it's a typical middle child thing. Sometimes you're so busy, because I was busy with 3 kids when they were younger. I feel like I didn't spend as much time with her, like one-on-one time when she was little. And so I don't know, it just made me, one day she's like this little girl, and now she's like a woman, right? She's doing all her own things. She's actually moving to Vancouver in January for a co-op placement from January to April, and she's just like her own woman. And it just went from, oh my gosh, sorry guys, I'm actually getting super emotional while talking about it. Anyway, she just went from this to this in an instant, it feels like. So, wow, sorry guys. So, on my Sabbath day on Sunday, I just took out this stamp set and I thought about my daughter, and I made a card while just thinking about her. And so there you go. Crafting is not just for a purpose, not just for me to make a card and send a card, which is great. But it's also for me to take time for myself and be grateful and reflect. Anyway, so I thought I would share the card that I made I guess I'll send it to her when Canada Post gets back in action, but just making it was really awesome for me too. So since I don't have a meeting at work this morning, if you guys don't mind, maybe it'll be a longer video, because I thought I'd stamp it for you. And so you can see this card in action. It's kind of funny because when I was making this card, I was actually thinking, I was using all the colors that I love, and thinking that she wouldn't love these colors. These are not her favorite colors. These are my colors. So the pinky purpley, I'm going to use the fresh freesia for my card base. Oh, thanks for the love, guys. I don't know, that came upon so suddenly just now. Okay, so we'll cut it at 5.5. And then we'll score it at 4 1/4. And this will be our card base. And so just like the other card, I'm going to do a layer, but I'm going to do tone on tone. I'm going to cut this at 4 inches. By 5 1/4 inches. And I'm going to emboss because it needs some texture. So I'm going to grab the So Swirly embossing folder, if I can find it here. Okay, so this is something I believe from the annual catalog. Okay, and so this is not a 3D embossing folder, so it is a little thinner, so it does change our sandwich a little bit. Okay. And so you use platform 1, and then number 3, and then make the sandwich with the other cutting plate number 3. Okay, and so we'll emboss that. You'll see the So Swirly folder is so fun. There we go. Okay. Isn't that fun? That kind of made me think of rainy days, or just kind of like, I don't know. I thought it went really nicely with the stamp set. So that's what I got there. Let me move these platforms. Okay. There we go. We'll adhere that. We never found my bells from the other card, eh? Okay. Okay, so that'll be our card base. Isn't that cute? Okay. And while I am getting the other pieces ready to cut, I want to remind you, make sure to look at my upcoming classes and save the date for January the 11th. January the 11th, I am doing a celebration kickoff party in Markham. So if you can come out, that would be great. We'll get to make 3 cards. It's $25 or free with an order. And it'll be a great way for us to kick off celebration. So celebration starts in January. But if you live long distance, don't worry. I'm going to do the VIP catalog kickoff party again this year, this season. We did one for the holiday mini, and I heard you guys really liked it. So if you want entry into the VIP catalog kickoff party, you either have to be a Team Stick team member, or we'll use this and this, I think, a Team Stick team member, or a customer who shopped with me in the past year. So it's really easy to gain entry. If you haven't shopped with me in the past year, or you're not a Team Stick member, then you still have time, because we'll be inviting people into that group in January. So there's still time. So make sure to place an order with me. And that VIP catalog kickoff party is like epic. It's like 14 to 16 mini classes, all that you can watch on your own time at your own leisure. And it will be showcasing all the new spring mini catalog product. Okay, so you can get excited about that. I did want to mention it because I know people are planning ahead for what's coming. I'm not going to talk too much about it, because I don't want you to get distracted by the new things in January, that you forget to stock up on all the things you need now for your Christmas cards, for Valentine's cards. Okay. So make sure you're getting what you need now. I know some of you did shop during the seasonal sale, which was fun. So just always keep an eye. Oops, am I missing something? Oh, no, we're okay. Keep an eye on my email newsletter list. If you haven't been getting my email newsletter list, just make sure you subscribe. The link is in the link tree there to be a subscriber to my email newsletter list. I don't want you to miss out. Okay. I try to tell all the important things by email. Oh, why did I put that away? Because I still have to cut this one. So I'm cutting 2 layers here. Okay, these are the deckled rectangles. See, Isn't it fun? It just gives a little interest there. Okay, cut those out. Okay. Now I'm feeling all sentimental, and I feel like, do I have time this week? I should go and visit her in Waterloo, but it's not that far away, but you got to make sure you have to have at least a day to kind of get out there, get back. Not that she'd really have time. All she does is study, and she's involved in a lot of different activities too, but sometimes I can squeeze in a little meal with her. So now I'm feeling like, maybe I'll do that. But maybe not with the church fun fair on Saturday. Maybe I can't do it this week. Okay, let me grab this stamp set. This stamp set, if you do purchase it, it is on our online store. There is coordinating dies. I'm not using I should show you the dies. They're super cute. Well, I can't show you the dies because I don't know where I put them. Let's look. Do I have them here? I know I was just looking at them. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. I'm so mad. Where did I put them? Okay. Hang on. Okay. Sorry, this is like a hot mess today's video. I'm so mad I don't have those because they are super cute. Okay, let's check. Are they here? So no. Okay, I'll have to post a picture for you guys because it doesn't just cut out the shapes. There's there's a little die cut for the doggy. There's like grass and flowers so that you can really create a scene with it. I'm so mad. Okay, anyway, we don't need it for this card, so it's not a crisis. Okay, let's stamp our grown-up girl. I'm looking at. Okay. Put this on here. I was literally just using it on the weekend. So I'm sure it's on my messy table somewhere. Okay. And we'll use our Memento Black. Okay, because it's a large stamp, I'm just inking it up like that. Okay. Let's do some coloring. There's so many different ways you can color. I'm going to use the blends markers because they're easy and right next to me. I'm just doing the pants in Crumb Cake. I don't know whether those are pants or legs. Okay. And let me grab the Melon Mambo. Melon Mambo. Yep. And I'm going to do her trench coat in Melon Mambo. But I'm going to show you a fun technique with the umbrella. Actually, it was the first thing that came into my mind when I saw the umbrella. I thought, we're going to make that a fun umbrella. It's not going to be an ordinary umbrella because this girl that I'm coloring is not an ordinary girl, right? So let me show you. Sorry, this isn't my best coloring. But I love our blends markers because even if we're running all over the place with the marker, the alcohol, the way it's designed, it doesn't leave a lot of messy, wet streaking. Okay, if we use the brush tip side, I like to use the brush tip side on larger surfaces. Okay, there we go. Okay, and let's do her boots. I don't know what color we want to do her boots. This is like Calypso Coral. This is like a pumpkin pie. I don't know whether this is too dark. I'm just having fun. I didn't want to make them yellow. Sometimes you assume rubber boots are yellow. I actually have rubber boots that are purple because, you know, purple and pink, favorite colors for me. Do you guys have rubber boots? What do they call them in England? They call them wellies or something. Do you have rubber boots? And what color are they? I just did these ones in pumpkin pie. Okay. With the hair color, maybe I'll go for like a darker color. This kind of looks like a pebbled path here because I'm thinking of my daughter. So her hair is kind of a dark brown. Okay, let me show you something fun that I did with the umbrella. So I'm using the Full of Life Designer Series paper. Isn't this paper gorgeous? Oh, hang on. We've got lots of popping up here. Okay. You've got green and blue rubber boots. That sounds super fun. So look at this Full of Life paper. I am super in love with this paper. And it's actually what I thought of right away when I saw that umbrella. Because I was like, oh, we can do something fun with that umbrella. So I'm just trying to decide what side, because this is all double-sided. I wanted to go for a more marbly effect. Let's see. Yeah, here on the back maybe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the umbrella. Okay. Onto the Designer Series paper. Right. And then we'll do a little fussy cutting. And then that's how we're going to make our umbrella extra special. Okay. Wow, 2 cards, both needing fussy cutting. What are the chances? I'm not even a huge fussy cutter, but it just seemed right. That's the freedom with crafting. You can do whatever you want. There's no right or wrong. Okay, so I'm cutting the umbrella here, making sure to leave the black outline. And voila. Isn't that fun? Okay, come on, guys. You got to tell me in the comments. I'm loving this technique. I think it's called like paper piecing. I don't know what they call it, but there we go. There we go. Isn't that fun? Okay, so we will adhere that onto here. Before I stick it on, I thought it was a bit too drastic, the white. So I'm just going to do a little bit of blending. And I'm going to use the Fresh Freesia just so that it coordinates with our cardstock. Okay. And our blending brushes have such nice soft bristles that it really gives a nice soft effect on our piece. Okay. And I think it makes it pop a little bit off the just to kind of highlight the little edges a bit. And it goes with that whole whimsical feel. Just so you can see, right, how relaxing it was when I was taking Sunday off and just like, that's how I know I'm meant to be a demonstrator, because I love, you know, it's not a job to me. It is really, I don't know, so many things. So my idea of not working is coming down to my craft cave and just playing just for fun. Okay. Great. Let's adhere this. I'm glad you like the umbrella tip. That full of life paper is so beautiful. Okay. So now we've got this going here. Okay. There we go. Oh. Now I miss my daughter a lot. There we go. Okay. Okay, and then I thought it'd be nice to put a little sentiment here. And well, we can't get through a video without using the stylish shapes. My favorite go-to dies. Maybe we'll stick that on there. So let's, I'm going to go with the Melon Mambo, the pink theme. So I'm going to grab some Melon Mambo cardstock. Oh, at first I was trying with the heart, but it just seemed too gigantic. It kind of overshadowed the card. So instead, I'm going with the circle. Just looking for a little scrap here. Perfect. Okay. And we'll do that. This card has a few pieces going on. It doesn't look complicated, and I wouldn't say it's complicated, but it's got a few elements that really make it a little something special. Because after we cut this piece out, we are going to heat emboss our sentiment, because I thought it would give it a little more pop. And since I wasn't worried about how long it would take in a class or anything to make, I was just like, let's just play. So hopefully you guys that are joining later, don't forget to all the special Stampin' for Fun perks, whether you want to be one of my VIP members, you can do the surprise package subscription or the paper pumpkin subscription and join me each month for a technique. So if you liked my little umbrella technique, that's not the half of it when when I'm doing techniques for the VIP club. So make sure you become a VIP member just by either subscribing to Paper Pumpkin or the surprise package. And each month you will get a technique video just for you. Okay, so let's take our heat embossing stuff out. I'm using the sentiment from the stamp set, which says, "You are the umbrella to my rainy day." I think the link to learn more about my VIP membership is in the description as well. Okay, whenever we do heat embossing, we need our embossing buddy, which comes as a part of the Embossing Editions toolkit. So we'll just rub that. That helps the embossing powder to stay where we want it to stay. And then I'm going to ink it up with a sticky ink called Versamark. Okay. And then we're going to pour the powder. Oops. I'm going to pour the powder on. Okay. Where's the tweezers? Okay, the Embossing Editions toolkit comes with the tweezers. Okay. Let's close that. And we'll use our heat tool here. Okay, and what it does is chemical reaction. So that the powder goes kind of shiny and raised up. Okay, hopefully you can see. I don't know whether you can see. One day I have to invest in better lighting. Can you see there? You can see a little bit of the shine. It just really makes it pop, in my opinion. So there we go. You are the umbrella to my rainy days. There we go. Okay, and then we should look for some bling bling. I don't know what would be the best bling here. Let's take a look. On a side note, I haven't checked today, but I know that the peppermint embellishments came back in stock over the past few days. Let's see. Do I have, I feel like black would be great. Speaking of black, I have some glittery black gems here. These are the adhesive backed sparkle gems. I think they're still available, but I think that would be perfect. Where's my take your pick tool? Oh, here it is. Okay. It could be really nice to put a little bling. I don't know, how much bling do we need to put? Yeah, that's too much bling. Oh well, too late now. It's on there. Do one more then. I feel like when 1, 2, 3. No, 3 bling is okay. Yeah. Okay. So there is our finished card. Now tell me which you like better. The one with the bow. Oh, my bow is a little wonky here. Or the one with the bling. Tell me which one you like better. Okay, so I did 2 cards today. Went totally off the grid, but I just wanted to share with you what I've been creating, remind you that there are tons of products, not just what's in the annual catalog, and to encourage you to go for it, sit down and craft. I hope these examples gave you a little inspiration so that you can sit down and play with any goodies you have and create. Maybe you'll have an emotional, sentimental moment too, just like I did when I was creating. I think spending time quietly and doing something like our paper crafts can really just touch a different part of ourselves. So it's really nice to do that. And don't forget, I am here to help you if you want to do any shopping. If you have questions about any of the products or my VIP membership, I am here to help. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me today and indulging me in getting to share something I love. And have an amazing day. Feel free to share this video with anyone you think would enjoy it. And thanks for joining me.